Hi everybody, it's Shuba and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. I hope you had a lovely 2024 so far. I mean, it's only a few days, but it's crazy how the holiday season just went by so fast. I hope you all are well rested, had a lot of time with your friends, family, and loved ones, and you're ready to kick off the new year and read more books. Speaking of books, I thought I would do my very first reading vlog. I really enjoy watching these, but I just thought I'd start one and try one myself. Throughout these next few days, I'll be taking you along my post 9-to-5 life of reading and relaxing, because that's all I will be doing in 2024. I'm very excited for this reading vlog because this is my very first vlog on my YouTube channel, but also this is a series that I've been wanting to read for quite some time now, but it is just 800 pages almost. I thought what better opportunity than to read it in the month of January, because the third book is coming out the end of January. The book that I'll be reading for this vlog is House of Sky and Breath, a Crescent City novel by Sarah J. Maas. This book is huge, but I am hoping that I'll finish this book by the end of the weekend. It is Wednesday and I do have to work my 9-to-5 job. I'm hoping to sprinkle in a little bit of reading throughout the day. I finished the first book a few days ago. I started it the last week of December and I finished it on January 1st actually. No spoilers, this is all going to be a spoiler-free video. The last thing I want to do is ruin this book for anybody, because then my YouTube career that hasn't even started, it would be over. That would be it. I promised to give you my thoughts on the Crescent City novel, the first one, when I post my January wrap-up video and share all the books that I read during this month. Moving forward, spoiler-free video. I am already about 200 pages into this book. I'll give you my thoughts, but first it's time to make some coffee. So yeah, talk to you soon. Bye. I am back. I did a little bit of work for my job and then I got ready. I am getting ready to go to lunch with two of my best friends from college. They're in town, so I'm very excited to see them and eat. I'm getting hungry. I did want to give you a update of what I have read so far. I've read 200 pages of House of Sky and Breath and so far so good. It is a lot of reminding us who the characters are, introducing us to the new characters, getting some of their POVs. This story takes place right where it ended off at the end of the first book, and like I said, no spoilers. If you have not read Crescent City or don't know much about it at all, it is an urban fantasy, more so urban romantasy, about a girl named Bryce. She lives in this world with a bunch of different creatures called Crescent City, and the creatures are wolves, vampires, fae, angels, you name it, a lot of mythical creatures. She is half fae, half human. She ends up being a part of this murder that happens and some beloved ones die. And she gets wrapped into figuring out what happened and being a part of this investigation with this fallen angel. So that's kind of the gist of what happens. I'm not going to go into the rest of the story. The second book is kind of more than just romance and murder and mystery. I feel like the second book is leading up to something bigger that is going to happen. There is a war that is starting and Bryce and Hunt get themselves involved within it and with their friends as well. So it's a lot bigger. I will say that I appreciate the different point of views. I am starting to think that the reason why each book is almost 600 pages is because you're getting the different POVs. I'm thinking like there's 5 to 10 different point of views that I've been reading from. I think that's why it's very, very large. Reading this has been pretty quick so far. I think that it's easy just for me to understand what's happening because I went straight from the first book into this second book with not even a day to take a break. So I know the world of Crescent City. I know what happened in the first book and getting right into the second book. And I am excited to read more of this book once I finish work and once I get back from lunch. Those are my initial thoughts right now. It's good. It's fast. I'm reading it quickly, but why does it have to be so long? Okay, that is all. Talk to you soon. Morning, everybody. It is Thursday, the 4th, and I ended up not reading last night because right after work, we went to Costco to pick up a bunch of groceries. We ran out. We had nothing to eat. So we went to Costco and ate dinner there. Their cheese pizza is so good. I'm a vegetarian. And then we got some ice cream as well. Their soft serve ice cream, whatever you call it. It's so whipped. It's delicious. I don't know how they make it, but it's so good. This morning I woke up early and I started some prep for my sourdough bread that I'm gonna make tonight. It is mixed with 500 grams of bread flour. I use King Arthur, 310 grams of warm hot water, 120 grams of my starter, and then 16 grams of salt. I can put the link down below for the blog post that I use and follow for this recipe. My friend had given me a starter, I think almost a little less than a year ago, and since then I've just been baking bread. We're gonna let this sit for an hour and I'm going to read for a little bit with some coffee before I have to get ready for work. I am 308 pages, chapter 27, so I'm on part 2. And I'm just very confused. If you've read this before and you're watching this, let me know in the comments because I don't really know what's going on. I was told by my friend Jenna that I just need to keep reading because it just gets wild and things are going to happen. So maybe I didn't expect this to be such a slow burn compared to Sarah J. Maas's other books, Throne of Glass and ACOTAR. I love those series. So I was just always expecting to love this series as well. But unfortunately, I'm not loving it, but maybe I'll love it by the end of the book. We'll see. I'm still going to finish it and I'm going to read the third book. It's good. It's not great. I don't hate it. I am okay with spending my time reading it. I hope these are all helpful descriptors. They're not, but I'm telling you how I'm feeling without spoilers, and that's a lot harder than you think it is, especially since this is my very first video. I need to get ready for work now. It's 7 o'clock. I'm going to switch over to the audiobook for a little bit, especially when I'm driving to work, just so I can keep listening and get going with this book and throughout the day even. Maybe I'll listen to it a little bit at work. I'm going to take it so I can read it during lunch as well. This is my life now. I'm okay with it. She's a little burnt. She's still gonna taste so good. Right, Mowgli? Yeah. Work is done, and I would just like to give some appreciation for my sweatsuit. If you know me, you know that I love a good sweatsuit. So, time to read a little bit more. We got a fire, work is done, there's Mowgli. Hi, Mowgli. Time for me to give you an update. I'm hanging out in my little chair, little reading chair nook. I'm on page 620. I'm so close to the 800 page mark. And I have thoughts, and I wrote them down in my little notebook just so I can kind of process. This book is not what I thought it would be, and you know, I'm realizing that that is okay. I don't have to love every single book. That's one of my goals for the year. I don't need to like every single book. I can finish it if I want. I can DNF it if I want. It doesn't matter. Books are supposed to be enjoyable to read. And now that I'm on part 3, I will say part 2 was just, it was really boring. I think there was so much going on in terms of plot, and Sarah J. Maas just kept adding on and adding on and adding on, and that was it. Like, where is the boom? I don't know. But overall, part 2 was okay. What I have realized that I just expected too much from this book, maybe, especially since it is so big, and I know that it's not good to compare someone's writing with other books, and I just expected it to be a little bit more spicier. I expected to be less of a slow burn and more of just a go, 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 and that's not what I'm reading. I also think one of the reasons why it's not as fun for me to read is just because I'm not as invested in the characters. My 2 favorite characters are Rune and Lahaba, and I don't even really care much for Bryce or Hunt. I think the secondary characters are my favorite characters. But, I mean, Rune is technically a main character, one of the mains, so I really like him, and I like his storyline a lot. But other than that, the characters aren't doing it for me. I'm still gonna read until the end. I've just heard that so much happens within the last few hundred pages. The anticipation is killing me, slowly but surely. I'm going to cozy up and get reading these last 200 pages. Hopefully I will really like the ending. I am undecided on whether I'm going to buy the 3rd book or wait for it to come out on at the library or get the Kindle version. So these last 200 pages are going to make or break the deal. So I'll keep you posted. I'm going to get to reading. so mad. I'm so mad. Oh, I'm so mad. I should have just read the last 100 pages because they were probably the best 100 pages that I've read this year. Oh my gosh. Now I have to read the third book when it comes out. So if you're planning on reading this book, I don't even know if I recommend it, but maybe you should just watch Carrie Can Read's plot video going over this book because she's hilarious. I'll put the link in the description. She is so funny, and honestly, I feel like I know the whole story through her viewpoint, but why? But now I have to read the next book. She would do this. Sarah J. Maas, she would do this. Oh, I'm so glad this vlog is over. I can move on with my life until January 30th or 31st. Ay, ay, ay. I'm so glad it's over and I don't have to read this book again, but the last 100 pages were really good. And I wish I felt this way throughout the entire 800 pages, but I didn't, and that's okay. I think I cried when I read the last sentence, and if you've all read this book, you know how it feels. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.